Tycho Brahe was a man whispered about in the royal courts, an eccentric Danish astronomer of the late 16th century, whose fame extended far beyond science. His story began in the year 1566 with a duel, ignited by what seemed like an ordinary mathematical dispute. But the outcome was anything but ordinary. A flash of blades, a cry of pain, and soon blood stained the cold floor. When the fight was over, Tycho was left without part of his nose. Instead of mourning the loss, he did what suited his nature. He replaced it with a brass prosthetic, further enhancing his unusual reputation. But it wasn't just his nose that made him famous. His obsession with the stars changed the course of astronomy. During the late Renaissance, when Europe was still grasping the structure of the cosmos, Tycho spent decades meticulously observing the heavens. Night after night, he recorded celestial movements with such precision that his data later helped Johannes Kepler formulate the laws of planetary motion. However, beyond the realm of science, Tycho's life was just as astonishing. His loyal companion, a domesticated elk, was known for its unusual fondness for beer. Unfortunately, this weakness led to tragedy. One evening, after drinking to excess, the unfortunate animal lost its balance and tumbled down a staircase to its untimely demise. Life at his observatory on the island of Fen, which he built in the 1570s, resembled a feast of the gods. A grand castle filled with books, star charts, and precious instruments became the site of lavish gatherings, whispered about even in the royal court. But the strangest chapter of his life was its final one. In the year 1601, at a noble banquet in Prague, bound by aristocratic etiquette, he refused to leave the table despite an unbearable need to relieve himself. His unwavering manners led to a fatal infection, which ultimately claimed his life. And while his departure was just as eccentric as his life, Tycho Brahe's legacy endured. His calculations, his star maps, all became the foundation for future discoveries, and this is just one of many wild tales from history. Want to hear more? Stay tuned for the next story.